Entering data manually is tedious. If you have 25 employees, 20 customers, and 60 contact persons, you'll spend hours in the system. That's not necessary. In this video, I'll show you the data importer. You upload bulk data via CSV and Leadtime does the rest. We'll do 3 imports. First employees, then organizations, then the contact persons for those organizations. Each import gets a bit more complex, but the principle stays the same. By the end, you'll understand how to get any structured data into the system. Before we import, let's look at the files. I've prepared 3 CSV files. Important upfront. These are example test files. You'll find the templates below the video for download. But of course, you shouldn't import this test data. You should import your own. Where do you get your data? For organizations and contact persons, ideally you export them from your existing system. CRM, ERP, Excel lists, whatever you've been using. Most systems can export CSV. For employees, it's often easier to create the file manually. You take the template, delete the example data, and enter your real employees. That sounds like work, but it's faster than you think, and you have full control over data quality. Make sure your files have roughly the same structure as the templates. The column names can be different, that's no problem. Leadtime recognizes most of them automatically, but the contents should match the field type. The first file is called staff CSV and contains 25 employees. This is the simplest file because employees don't belong to any other object. They stand on their own. I'm opening the file. You see many columns: title, first name, last name, email, address, and so on. Most are self-explanatory, but a few columns are particularly important. Start date is when the employee joined the company. End date is the leaving date. When an employee leaves, you enter the date here. As long as this field is empty, the employee is active. Weekly. Working hours is the weekly working time. This isn't just information, it has effects in the system. Leadtime uses this number for resource planning. In the pipeline, you can only schedule employees on days when they actually work according to this setting. 40 hours means full-time, 20 hours means part-time. The system calculates automatically. Vacation days per year is the number of vacation days that apply from the next calendar year. If you enter 30 here, the employee has 30 days vacation from January 1st. Remaining vacation days is the remaining vacation for the current year. If we're now in November and the employee has 12 days left, you enter 12 here. This is important for mid-year starts. Gross salary is the current gross salary. Important, the import only sets the current state. If you want to document the historical salary development, you need to maintain past salary increases manually in the app. You do this via the phases in the employee profile. The second file is called organizations.csv and contains 20 organizations. Here you see name, type, legal form, color, address, and so on. The type is important: customer, partner, supplier, investor, or service provider. Leadtime distinguishes these types in lists and reports. The third file is called contactpersons.csv and contains 60 contact persons. What's special here? Each contact person belongs to an organization. The column organization name is the key. Leadtime uses this name to assign the contact person to the correct organization. This is called matching. The organization must exist first, so the contact person can be assigned. That's why we import in the correct order. First organizations, then contact persons. Now let's start. I'm opening administration and then data imports. I click import file. A dialog opens. Here I can upload a CSV file. I'm dragging staff.csv into the upload field. Leadtime analyzes the file automatically. You see 25 rows, 29 columns, file size. At the top it says file uploaded successfully. Now comes the exciting part. The AI has automatically created a field mapping. On the left, you see the columns from your CSV file. On the right, the fields in Leadtime. The AI tries to assign the matching fields. For example, first name from the CSV becomes first name in Leadtime. Email becomes email. This usually works well. But be careful. Don't trust the mapping blindly. Check every assignment. The AI can make mistakes, especially with German column names or unusual labels. I'm scrolling through the list. Title is correctly assigned. Academic degree is correct. Weekly working hours is correctly assigned to weekly hours. Vacation days per year goes to vacation days. Remaining vacation days goes to remaining vacation days. Gross salary goes to salary. Everything looks good. Before I import, I do a dry run. I click Perform Dry Run. This is a simulation. Leadtime shows me what would happen without actually changing any data. The result? 25 records to create, 0 to update, 0 ignored. Perfect. All 25 employees will be newly created. Now I click Initiate Import. The import runs. A progress bar shows the status. After a few seconds, it's done. I go to your company and then employees. And there they are. All 25 employees. James Anderson, Sophia Martinez, Michael Chen, all with correct data. That took maybe 2 minutes instead of 2 hours. The second import, organizations. The principle is the same, but the data structure is different. I go back to administration, data imports, import file. I'm uploading organizations.csv.me. Again, Leadtime analyzes the file. 20 rows, 18 columns. The AI creates the mapping. I check. Name goes to name. Type goes to type. Legal form goes to legal form. Color goes to color. Start of collaboration goes to collaboration since. Address, phone, email, all correctly assigned. One interesting option, auto create deal. If you set this to yes, Leadtime automatically creates an initial project for each organization. This is practical for CRM workflows. I'll leave it on no for now. Dry run. The result, 20 records to create. Everything as expected. Initiate import. The import runs through. I go to organizations. There they are. Global Tech Solutions, Nordic Energy Consulting, Data Secure Technologies, Volkswagen Automotive. All 20 organizations with the correct colors, types, and data. Now it gets interesting. The contact persons belong to organizations. Leadtime needs to know which person belongs to which company. The concept. The organizations now exist in the system. Each contact person has a column organization name in the CSV. Leadtime searches for the organization with this name and links the person. I'm uploading contact-persons.csv.me. 60 rows, 21 columns. The AI creates the mapping. Now you see something new. There are 2 areas. At the top, the main area for the contact person itself. First name, last name, position, email, and so on. Below that, an assignment block for the link to the organization. In the assignment block, you see the field organization. Next to it, the assignment, organization name from the CSV. This is the match. Leadtime takes the value from organization name, searches for an organization with this name, and links the contact person. I check the mapping. The person data is correctly assigned. The organization is correctly linked. Important note. Matching by name only works if the spelling matches exactly. Global Tech Solutions in the CSV must be exactly Global Tech Solutions in Leadtime. One space more or less, and the matching fails. If you can, use a unique ID as the match field instead. That's more reliable. Dry run. The result, 60 records to create for organization members. No new organizations will be created. All 60 persons will be assigned to existing ones. That's exactly what we want. Initiate import. The import runs through. 60 contact persons are created and linked. I'm opening the organization Global Tech Solutions. I go to the Members tab. and there they are. Michael Berger as Chief Executive Officer, Sandra Winkler as Head of Sales, Thomas Klein as Technical Director. All three with correct positions, email addresses, and phone numbers. That worked. A few things to remember. First, always check the AI mapping. The AI is good but not perfect. Especially with German column names or unusual labels, it can get things wrong. Second, use unique IDs for matching when possible. Names can vary, IDs don't. If your source system has IDs, export them and use them as the match field. Third, be careful with default values. You can set default values for empty fields. That's practical, but also dangerous. A wrong default can create many records incorrectly. Fourth, always do a dry run. Always. The dry run shows you exactly what will happen. If something looks strange, you can correct the mapping before it's too late. Fifth, pay attention to the order with chained imports. First the parent object, then the child. First organization, then contact person. First project, then task. First task, then comment. If you reverse the order, matching fails. Sixth, if you have problems with the AI mapping, you can simply restart the import. Sometimes that helps. Or you do the mapping completely manually. You've now seen how the data importer works. 3 imports: employees without linking, organizations as standalone objects, contact persons with matching to the organization. The principle is always the same: upload file, check mapping, dry run, import. The same principle applies to more complex chains too. You can import projects and then tasks for those projects, or tasks and then comments for those tasks. Always parent first, then child. If you get stuck during import, use the integrated support in Leadtime. We're happy to help. Good luck with your imports.